Brilliant. And this is why me love Premier League. Welcome back to Premier League season 2025-2026. And the champions have started it with a bang, with excitement, with hysteria, with anger. Ladies and gentlemen, the Premier League is back and I'm happy. We have waited months, we have waited weeks, we have waited hours, days, minutes, seconds. And the Premier League is back and Liverpool starts it with a 4-2 win. Now, if you're watching this as my ops, a good feel. If you're watching this as a fellow Liverpool supporter, our heart is in our chest. Now, for the persons who might have just caught like the highlights or just square like, oh, Liverpool did well. You know, Liverpool scoring 4 goals. We should have done better and I can't see it. Trust me, this is not the story. This doesn't tell the story as to what happened in the game. And we're going to break it down. Who I thought was absolutely awful. Players that were really awful and dreadful. And a few things that needs to be addressed, particularly off the pitch, that we need to talk about. But guys, Liverpool did it. Now, if we're talking about how the game played, I thought from start to finish, this is how you start a brand new league with as much drama as possible. And I thought Liverpool today were just, if we're putting on a scale of 1 to 10, I thought they were 8 in the first half or 7.5 in the first half. And then in the second half, on average, it was like 7, 6.5. And to be honest with you, the first half was so weird because looking at how they played, looking at persons were just a little bit too eager, probably overly enthusiastic. Passes weren't just hitting, but then some passes were hitting. And I thought this game, it just provided that. In the first half, I thought Ekitike played well. His goal was well taken. You could have called it, a fluke, ball bounce off and come back to him. But I thought it was a really, really good goal. I thought Salah in the first, probably the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, was really trying to get balls, hit balls in where a lot of the players were trying to feed off his passes. I thought Verts was very good in the pockets of spaces. I thought Gakpo wasn't as impactful or influential. And I thought the midfield with McAllister, which I thought would definitely start, based on how Curtis Jones had played in the FA Cup. They did very well. And we're going to talk about defensively. Defensively, I thought we were, in the first half, maybe 5s and 6s, probably 6s and 7s best because of how Bournemouth were getting chances. And our build-up play wasn't that good. And then in the first build-up phase wasn't that good. And we tried. In the second phase, I thought was much better. I think when we got more comfortable on the ball, you saw how we wanted to play, how we wanted to be in possession, and how we want to use players moving in and out of positions a lot more fluid once we got more comfortable, which was probably around the 28th minute, 31st minute. But I thought we did pretty good. And Bournemouth were playing. Bournemouth lost their centre-back in Housen, lost Kirkes to Liverpool, and I think they lost Zabarni to PSG. That's 3 out of the back line gone. And the fact that they were able to defend so stout, they didn't sit off, but they pressed in how they wanted to. So, for example, when Kirkes got the ball, immediately Semenyo played on the right, hitting Kirkes every single time, pressing him. That was the trigger. As soon as Kirkes gets the ball, press him. And so you saw came in and pressed him. And Kirkes could not be comfortable. And I don't know why, because he should have known how Bournemouth would play. Maybe because it was his former club. It was weird for him. And I have to remember, Kirk is not 31 or is 18. He's still 21. He's a 21-year-old who is still learning. But he didn't have a good game. And I thought Bournemouth's game plan was very, very good. Press intensely. It just pressed well. So I thought they caused a lot of problems. I thought how they created chances, how they pressed Konate, and how it was really, really, really good. But listen, man, going into the second half, and also I must say, first half, 2 major things happened, and these are off the pitch. First thing, like a red card. All right, this is a red card. What the Bournemouth defender did, I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. Forgive me. If you, as a defender, you got beat. Let's say that the ball bounced off your hand like this. That's an accident. The fact that you went after the ball with your hand and touched the ball with your hand, if that is in the penalty box, that's a red card, that's a penalty. That's a red card. What are we doing? What are we doing? You come in with the same thing like, oh, we're going to do better, we'll put in rules and the 8-second rule and how goalkeepers can't keep the ball long, but you're still making the stupid mistake. That's a red. That is red. And the fact that VAR didn't even take like maybe even a good 2 minutes to look at it, like, hold on, wait, let's look at this. They just like went on with the game. For what reason? I don't know what I was watching. I don't know what you were watching as a fan or as a spectator, as a football fan. Isn't that unless I need glasses or contacts, clearly I saw something different, and probably it's me. It has to be me because that's a red card. That is easy, that a red card. But for whatever reason, Anthony Taylor, who is the best referee in the world, said, you know what? No, it's quite fine. The right decision is that he went after the ball, but it's not red. It was just an accident. But that aside, another incident took place. And this is why I said that I talked to my friends about this, that racism will never end. We want it to end, it will never end. Because I don't understand, and I'm saying this from now, I don't understand as a football fan, as a person, a wholesome person, a good person, would abuse anyone and then go on a racial slur at that person. Whatever color of your skin or ethnicity, it doesn't matter. No one deserves that at any point in time. And the fact that this Liverpool supporter, I don't know, based on what I saw, it was someone, I'm not going against that, but it's probably someone who was at the front, behind slot management team, and shockingly was in the disabled position. What is this? And I really hope Liverpool take action at that member and ban him from all competition, from all games indefinitely. I mean, a lifetime ban. He should not be a part of the game. He should not be in the stands. He should not. You can support Liverpool from afar, in your couch. You should not come back to Liverpool in the stadium at all. Based on your behavior, it's not tolerated. Zero tolerance for that. And I applaud the official for stopping the game to address the matter. I applaud Anthony Taylor in this aspect, and also the fourth officials coming together and the linesman to show the person who did that, because this is not tolerated. If it were in the La Liga or any other in the Serie A, they probably would have continued the game. I love the fact that they stopped, they recognized it, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to address it and point out who the person is, and I hope Liverpool ban him for life. I thought that was very, very good, and that was needed, because this cannot go on in not only in football but in life. This cannot go on. This has to change. The second half, Liverpool are gravy, doing the thing, get in. Gakpo gets his chance, a nice pass, gets in. Probably Bournemouth should attack him. Probably should have tackled something, and this man just walks in and just waltz the ball in. Nice finish. 2-0. This is why we love the Premier League, because my mood at work went from high elation to when Bournemouth scored. And listen, Brooks and it's Tavernier, they were literally playing ping pong around Frimpong. Ping pong around Frimpong. They were literally playing tag team on that side. And the reason, because Salah is not going to track back because he's in his 30s. And this is going to be one of the very, very important things that Arne Slot is going to have to address when it comes to possession and having a mid to low block. Because Salah is not going to track back, you're going to need bodies or a body to help Frimpong. And the fact that Tavernier and Brooks were just having their way on that left side, right side of Liverpool, shows what happened. And I'm going to talk about their two things defensively that I really want to talk about. But that cross comes in from Brooks, beautiful pass, and it is Semenyo who scores. And surprisingly, I didn't hear Liverpool fans booing. I don't know if because of what happened with the other Liverpool fan with his racial slur going at racial abuse. But it's 2-1. And you would think that Liverpool would kill the game, we need to pass around, keep possession as best as possible. No, they went on, we need to go basketball. We need to ensure that it's a 2-goal margin. And what happens? It is a 4v2. 4 against 2 on the counter. No one except Van Dijk and Konate. I'm going to get to Konate. And the first question I asked was, where's Endo and where's Curtis Jones? Because he came on for Alex McAllister. Where exactly were these two? Where was Andy Roberts? That is the main reason why they came on, to ensure to kill the game. Why is it that you are in the box attacking when you should be right there in the rest defense, position yourself, so that you're not counted upon. And what happens? Semenyo does something that is absolutely biblical. We call it greed. That is a sin. This man goes all the way from box to box, untouched. This man was gliding like an angel and scores. 2-2. And the first thing that I'm going to address, what on earth is happening with Ibrahima Kanate? Ibu, I don't know if it's because the Madrid links are there. I don't know if his head is turned and he wants to go. I don't know if he's lazy. I don't know if he's off form. Something has to happen. And it's not just only him, because Van Dijk also needs to be blamed for this. How in God's name do you allow Semenyo to run, pass, just keep running, and you don't even make an attempt to tackle him? You're just running beside him like it's 100-meter. Seriously. And I said, I'm saying to myself, like, you have to go. Slot has to do that what he did to Kwanzaa last season. You have to drop him. You have to get him in and just drop Konate. Like, for him to realize, bruh, you want to get 200K and this is what you're doing. And I'm saying to myself, like, you know what? It's the first game. If we get a draw, I'll be fine with it. It's not so bad. And because Bournemouth are on the ascendancy, I'm saying, like, yo, this is getting... Listen, I'm looking for the next goal to be like, I'm hoping Bournemouth don't score. And the fact that you took up $100 million man and put on, as the Bible says, that the stone that the builders rejected became the cornerstone, the forgotten man that Slot did not want, that Slot was going to put in the summer transfer request to get him out, comes on and scores in Federico Chiesa. This is what we call brilliance. This is what we call mentality monsters, because that is what champions do. If you have championship DNA, it shows in games, because that's what champions do. And whether you call it fluke or not, this man did it. He scored, and he, you know how Anfield is. Anfield rubs, it just went crazy. And to put the icing on the cake, the one who always scores for the past 8 seasons puts in another for the 9th season in Mohamed Salah, who took a lovely, lovely chance. Also, I have to give him credit because he pressed and went for the ball. I think Bournemouth kind of took the eye off the ball a bit, because like, ain't no way Salah is going to get that. Why would he go for that? He went for that. Ain't no way Salah is going to cut in and score. And did just that. Listen, this game was a game. So it went from happy, elated, hysteria, angry, sad, to back, hysteria, and super elation. Listen, that's why the Premier League is the best in the league, the most exciting in the league, because it brings you through so many emotions all at once. But Liverpool won. The most important thing out of this game was the tribute to Diogo Jota and his brother, who passed away tragically this summer. If you thought You Never Walk Alone, the anthem, was heart-wrenching, fam, the chills and goosebumps listening to that while celebrating the life of Diogo and his brother. Listen, fam, it hits different, and you saw that you could see some emotions from the players and a lot of emotions from the spectators, the fans. But I thought that tribute hit different. It's so different this game. And I think it's going to continue to hit different for the rest of the season. But to close this out, I think Slot has to address some things. Firstly, Ryan Gravenberch wasn't there. And you can see why there is a huge void when Ryan isn't playing. The best player of the game is Hugo Ekitike. I thought his link-up play was very, very good. His hold-up play was very, very good. So for those who thought that, he can't manage the physicality, i.e. me sometimes, but he did his thing. He was playing ball. He was linking up flicks here, passes there, arriving, attacking the spaces behind, so that when he vacates his central space, immediately Vert is right there to attack that space. His gameplay, his play today was really, really good. I thought Salah today was very good. It wasn't great by his standards, of course, but he was very good. And I thought the two other players really that played well were Gakpo and I believe Alex McAllister played very good enough. And I thought how we wanted to really showcase, the new toys and the new style of play. I thought at some parts it was there and some parts weren't. Again, it's early in the season and persons are still trying to get used to each other. And I think that is important. The most important thing is that, the players, Vert played good. I think he wanted to really hit the ground running. And over time, I think he will do that. It keeps finding pockets of space. It's just absolutely crazy. And I think he is going to learn that you can't stay on the ball as long as you want. Because there were some times where he was on the ball a little bit too long, and also just kind of giving the opposition another reason to attack. But defensively, we're awful. Kanate already talk about that. But Slot is going to have to find a way to fix this rest defense. He has to find a way to fix how we defend as a team again. Last season, we were hard to break down in terms of centrally. Persons have to try and go around and hit little pockets of spaces here and there. Rest defense is a problem. I said this multiple times in previous videos. Rest defense is going to be a very, very important thing for us with the new attacking players that we have, because you're going to have to find a way to get balance. Find balance with the fullbacks. Find balance in the midfield when Gravenberch comes down. Who is going to sit there? I think McAllister might sit there. Who is going to sit beside Gravenberch and find balance, because that is important. But the Premier League is back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're happy and we did it. Liverpool sit at the top so far, 4-2. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know what your predictions are as to who will be the champion, who is in the top 4 and qualify for Europe, and who are the teams that are going to go down. Until next time, guys, peace.